According to reports, the Arsenal boardroom, Mikel Arteta and Andrea Berta have all decided on Benjamin Sesko as their new number 9. Florian Plettenberg and said concrete talks are underway still. An expected huge bid of more than £70 million could be presented to RB Leipzig very, very soon. New links for Semeno, the Bournemouth winger. Apparently, he wants to move, and Arsenal and Manchester United are battling out for a signature. Now, Manchester United have already signed Cunha, and Buemo has announced he wants to move. So the only other team in there is Semeno, which is Arsenal. Now, Arsenal need a winger. They need a number 9. Have we just seen these two of Semeno and Šeško, the new forwards? Nico Williams is wanted by Arsenal, according to Sky Sports, as well as Chelsea are interested, but Chelsea have other targets identified as well. It looks like Victor Gyökeres has agreed personal terms with Arsenal, but the boardroom collectively, the hierarchy of Arsenal, prefer a move to Benjamin Sesko. We've got a lot to get through with an Arsenal transfer update. We've got a Chelsea one coming later with regards to Mike Maignan and Mohamed Kudus. Make sure you go down, smash this like button, smash the granny out of the like button, I should say, because that sounds a little bit better, doesn't it? And we are steamrolling our way towards 60,000 subscribers. We've just hit 55K. So big up to every single one of you that has shown me support on this journey. It's absolutely ridiculous. The channel's not even 15 months old yet, and there's already 55,000 of you that support the channel. That's nearly Tottenham's stadium capacity. I could stand in the middle of it talking about transfer news, and you guys would all be listening. So big up to every single one of you. We're going to start off with Florian Plettenberg last night saying, exclusively revealed, Arsenal have entered concrete talks with RB Leipzig over Benjamin Sesko. Andrea Berta has all the information regarding the release clause, payment structures, etc. So far, Arsenal are the only club in direct contact with RB Leipzig. Now, that just tells me Florian Plettenberg, when it comes to German team news, is bang on the money. Fabrizio Romano is always quote tweeting his tweets. He is very, very, very reliable. Manchester United have shown interest in the player, but have not made contact with RB Leipzig. It's an understanding that Manchester United's priority right now is to get rid of Rasmus Højlund. Inter Milan have agreed terms with him and are very interested, and have also got Joshua Zirkzee. Now, The Athletic put a report out about 3 weeks ago saying that the plan going into the start of the season is to have Kai Havertz as the number 9. Now, I spoke about this on the Football Terrace. We all did as a panel, and it's a lot easier, in my personal opinion, to rotate between Benjamin Sesko and Kai Havertz. Similar players, both technically brilliant on the ball, both good finishers, but both have this habit of scoring awkward finishes, awkward headers, volleys, side foots. You've got a striker there in Victor Gyökeres who is a goal machine. He knows where the back of the net is. But there are a lot of people in the Arsenal hierarchy that prefer a move to Benjamin Sesko. But it could be a number of things. Is his potential higher? Most likely. He's already scored 30 more goals at the age of 21 in his career than Gyökeres did at the age of 21. He's played in a top 5 league. Gyökeres hasn't. He's got experience in the Champions League and the Europa League, but his club football has predominantly been outside of the top 5 leagues, in the Championship, in Liga Portugal. Plus, Benjamin Sesko is obviously a lot younger. So the idea that you can build long-term is probably going to be a lot better under Benjamin Sesko. You know, the Arsenal hierarchy, they really like Arteta. They're happy with his progress. They're happy with the current group of players they have got. So for me, it looks like right now that Benjamin Sesko is going to be Arsenal's new number 9. Now, there is a lot of reports out there still that Benjamin Sesko actually wants the move to Arsenal and has agreed personal terms. You know, it's going to be a very, very interesting, very, very interesting number of weeks for Arsenal. You've got Arsenal, Liverpool, and City in a title race. City are making moves for Cherki, Ain't Nuri, Reinders. Liverpool have made a move for Frimpong, Wirtz, and now Kirkes. Now, Romano tweeted this out about 4 days ago saying, understand Arsenal have started initial concrete talks with Benjamin Sesko. He's always been high on their recruitment team, management, and Mikel Arteta. That tells you everyone wants Sesko. With attempts to get the deal done, rejected by Leipzig 2024 and January. Now Sesko will leave. So there is an agreement in place, a verbal agreement in place that he will be leaving RB Leipzig. Now, one of the wingers that is heavily linked with Arsenal now, and it's come up in the last few hours, is Semeno. Now, Sam C is a very, very good journalist. Just joined The Athletic from the United stand. Antoine Semenyo is a target for both Manchester United and Arsenal. The Cherries will demand over £50 million. Now, I actually really like Semenyo. I think he's a very good player. Is he of the quality of what Arsenal need? Well, he is, he had a good season. He had a very good season with Bournemouth. Can play out on the left, can play out on the right. 11 goals and 5 assists in 37 games. Doesn't have a bundle of European experience. Got 20 GA in 42 games. Now, it looks like the wingers that they have identified are Leroy Sané, Antoine Semenyo, and Nico Williams. Now, Sky Sports said yesterday, according to Football Transfer News, that Nico Williams is one of the guys they are looking at. Now, when you look at Semenyo's numbers, he's got 20 GA in 20 GA in 42 games, including 13 goals. I think he would give really strong competition for Martinelli and for Leandro Trossard. However, I think Arsenal need to look at that next level up. They need a marquee signing. Florian Wirtz for 150 million euros. Frimpong and, of course, Kirkes, all at Liverpool. Manchester City's marquee signing is probably going to be Cherki. Now, maybe not in terms of the transfer value, but he is one hell of a player. They're also looking at Livramento for around £70 million. Ain't Nuri as well. Reinders, as we got Here We Go for earlier. It feels like Arsenal are keeping their cards very close to their chest. Nico Williams, for me, would be a statement signing, but they have to get this right, Arsenal. You've also got Chelsea down the road in London. Mike Mignan, Delap, Hugo Ekitike potentially. Maybe Mohamed Kudus. Chelsea aren't messing around. So there's a lot of teams right there right now that are in very, very busy periods of the transfer window. Now, we know Arsenal want Sesko, and we know they want a winger. It's just, it seems like right now that they are keeping their cards so close to their chest in terms of this left wing position. Now, we know they wanted Rodrigo. There's a number of reports out there. I think that's probably unlikely. You're probably talking more than 100 million euros. They're probably going to have to pay 70 million pounds, maybe 90 million euros for a Benjamin Sesko. Let me know your thoughts down below. Which winger do you think Arsenal will sign? You've also got Raheem Sterling has returned back to Chelsea. So he is off the books with regards to going back to Chelsea. So he's off the books. It looks like Zinchenko's going to go. Jorginho's going to go. So the wage structure is still very high at Arsenal, but there's a number of players that are going to be off the books. Now, you've also got Arsenal are looking at bringing in another midfielder alongside Zubimendi. Now, there was a tweet come out yesterday that Zubimendi is a big fan of Xabi Alonso and has been for many, many years. Of course, they both were at Real Sociedad, and have links to that club. And, a lot of people still believe that he could end up at Real Madrid. I personally think he will end up at Arsenal. I think that deal is done. I think it's a matter of time before we see a Here We Go. Sorry, we've already seen a Here We Go before we see him in Arsenal's colours. I think it may drag out until around July, purely on the fact that his contract will go down once June 30th comes around. There will be another month left on that contract. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you check out the Chelsea video later. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all soon.